So you have a movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. It's an action horror movie that took me all of last night to write.
Wonderful. So what's it called and what's it about?
The movie is called The House of the Dead, and it's about a group of teenagers on their way to a rave on an island.
Sounds like a super fun time.
Sometimes it will be.
What?
So the five main characters of the movie arrive at a boat dock to realize that they've just missed their ship to Isla de Muerte, where the rave is being held.
Uh-oh.
But they manage to find a ship captain by the name of Captain Kirk, and he eventually agrees to take them to the island even though he believes it's cursed.
Did you say Captain Kirk?
Kirk then agrees to take the five teenagers to Isla de Muerte after they give him a few $1,000s. Then we're going to cut back to the island at the rave to see all the dancing and partying, the rave, the giant Sega banner, the works.
Did you say a Sega banner?
Yeah.
Very realistic. Teenagers love throwing giant rave parties on cursed islands in broad daylight.
I know, right? Also, we're gonna spice this movie up by adding cutscenes from the House of the Dead video game into this movie during the scene transitions.
So this movie is based on a video game?
Yes, this movie is based on a light gun arcade game that I played yesterday. Lots of fun.
Yeah, I'm not so sure if it's a good idea to put video game footage in the movie. After all, those are two completely different experiences.
Well, this is what I want to do, so I would appreciate it if you got all the way off my back about it.
Okay, let me get off of that thing and tell me about the characters.
Well, here's the thing. Most of the characters are either sex objects or dumb jock-type characters that talk way too much.
Oh, really?
Yep, and we are going to get to know every single character through just a ton of this voice-over expositional dialogue that introduces us to each character and what it is that they do.
Well, I'm sure that long sequences of expository dialogue won't feel awkward or cheap as long as the dialogue is well written.
Yes, sir. The character Rudy has some great monologues like, everyone was partying, drinking, just having fun. Then, these things came and attacked the rave. Those of us that could get away did. We ran. We finally got to the boat, but it wasn't there.
Well, we can't cut any of that. That's amazing dialogue.
All of the characters eventually arrive at the rave site to find it completely deserted.
That can't be good.
Nope, it's definitely not. So the characters Alicia, Carmen, and Simon all go off looking for everyone, while Greg and Cynthia stay behind to make out in a tent.
Making out in a tent in the woods is tight.
While they are making out in the tent, Alicia, Carmen, and Simon find three other characters by a house on the island.
Is it the House of the Dead?
Yes, it's the House of the Dead.
That's the title of the movie!
So the characters by the house, Rudy, Liberty, and Hugh, all inform the others that everyone else at the rave has been attacked and killed by zombies.
People love zombies in movies, so is the makeup gonna look cutting edge?
We're gonna do our best.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, how's the production value of the movie going to look?
Don't worry, sir, we are definitely going to point cameras at things and film.
Pointing cameras at things is how movies get made.
More zombies start showing up, and then Captain Kirk has to defend his boat from them in a scene where he just stands and pivots and shoots all of them one by one. And then the rest of the action is going to take place at the House of the Dead.
Oh no, well it's going to be really hard for them to fight back against all those zombies.
Actually, it's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Oh really?
Yeah, see, Kirk just happened to have a cache of weapons hidden on the island that all these characters can use.
What are the odds of that?
And we're really going to need to drag out this long action scene. It's going to go on for like 15 minutes or so.
It seems like you may have to cut down some of the action in that scene.
Well, I could cut it down, but I'm not going to.
Please?
No way. Plus, I want to have this scene where the character Rudy closes his eyes and then has a flashback to the action scene that he just partook in.
Why would we put a scene like that in the movie?
Because I want to, and also to extend the running time.
Oh, that's a good point.
After the battle, one of the characters then sacrifices himself by blowing up the house with gunpowder. Then the rest of the characters go into the tunnels where they encounter Castillo's hermano.
Who?
Oh, right. Well, he is like the bad guy zombie of the movie or something like that. And a long time ago, he experimented with chemicals to make himself immortal or something. I don't know.
I'm confused.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. I wasn't really paying attention during this particular part of writing the movie.
Paying attention is pretty hard. Whoops.
Whoopsie. So anyway, the movie ends with another big explosion and then a sword fight between Rudy, Alicia, and Castillo with more of that 360-degree spinning camera work.
That won't look silly at all.
The character Castillo eventually gets his head chopped off, and then Alicia steps on it, killing him. And then the FBI show up on the island, and then they walk up and then they ask Rudy what his name is. And then Rudy responds... Curian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, it all makes sense now, because Curian is the name of the mad scientist in the video game that created all the zombies.
But the character Rudy didn't create the zombies on the island. I thought Castillo did that.
Oh yeah, I guess he did, but I want to have this dramatic revelation in the movie.
Okay, that's great, but I don't really feel anything from that revelation.
Audiences will be blown away.
Sure, if you say so.
So what do you think?
Well, it definitely sounds like a movie video game hybrid popcorn flick that we can stick in theaters at some point.
Yeah, tons of fun, right?
And if American audiences don't like the movie, then maybe another market will be up for buying it.